Have you ever noticed that in the dead silence of midnight, when the world is asleep, something inside you remains awake? A strange, wordless rhythm rises from the depths of your lungs and travels into the darkest corridors of your mind. We casually call it breath, but the ancient adepts of the West believed it was far more than that, a hidden cipher of the cosmos itself. Imagine possessing a force capable of rewriting your future, dissolving the weight of your past actions, and reconnecting you to a bliss most humans spend their entire lives chasing. The irony is brutal. This power is so close to you that you never truly see it. Tonight, we step into a journey where the limits of modern science fade and the forbidden mystery begins. An art whispered about in lost scrolls, a discipline once guarded by mystics who believed the universe had woven a secret net inside every human being, so no soul would ever be truly alone. But are we really not alone? Is there something else within us, silently counting every breath we take? The first veil lifts when we descend into the meaning of an ancient sound, a sound encoded into life itself. Turn the pages of forgotten history and you'll find that in the frozen caves of the Atlas Mountains and the shadowed monasteries of the north, sages who lived in silence for centuries made a disturbing discovery. When a human disconnects from the noise of the world, a resonance emerges from within. As air flows inward, nature seems to whisper, "He," a long, subtle vibration, and as the breath flows outward, a soft release follows, "I am." This was no coincidence. In the sacred languages of antiquity, he symbolized the absolute, the source, the eternal intelligence, while "I am" meant the self. Every single breath declares the same forbidden truth. He is I. Think about it. The divine force humanity searches for in cathedrals, temples, and stone altars is synchronizing with your lungs 15 to 18 times every minute. So why don't we feel its power? Why do fear, anxiety, and unrest still rule our lives? Because we hear the sound, but we have forgotten its rhythm. This lost discipline is the art of remembering it, the key that opens the door behind which your true self is hidden, the self that was never born and will never die. The mystery deepens when we encounter an ancient hermetic manuscript said to contain 112 gateways to awakening, revealed by Hermes Trismegistus himself to the goddess of the veil. He warned that every miracle of the outer world is insignificant compared to the single miracle that begins at the edge of your nostrils and descends into the core of your heart. Have you ever wondered why a newborn cries the moment it enters this world? Western mystics believed that in that first cry, the infant unconsciously asks the ultimate question, "Who am I?" A question it spends its entire life trying to answer. But the moment this breath secret is realized, the question dissolves. "Who am I?" transforms into "I am." The search ends. But don't be fooled. This path is not easy. The greatest enemy you will face is your own ego. That voice that says you are your profession, your wealth, your status, your victories, or your failures. This practice burns those identities to ash. It reveals a terrifying truth. You are not the body, not the name, not the story. You are the same boundless energy that ignites the stars and commands the tides of the oceans. When this realization sinks into your bones, fear begins to evaporate. Because if everything is you, then what is left to fear? And whom could you possibly hate? Now comes the most guarded part, how to activate this hidden force. It cannot be bought, borrowed, or gifted. You must enter a discipline that appears deceptively simple, yet delivers consequences powerful enough to shatter your sense of reality. Sit in silence. Keep your spine upright, like a living antenna suspended between earth and sky. Close your eyes. Watch your breath as a witness. Do not control, do not interfere. As the breath enters, internally feel the sound he. As it leaves, feel I am. At first, it will seem like imagination, but as you descend deeper, you'll sense a vibration forming around your body. This is the moment you step into the witness state. Suddenly, your thoughts feel separate from you. Your pain feels distant. A stillness descends, one no material pleasure on earth can replicate. This is the spell of the breath. It reconnects you to the void from which creation itself was born. But this journey does not end in silence. The true test begins when you rise from meditation and return to the chaos of daily life. Can you carry that stillness into the crowd? Can you recognize the same I am staring back at you through the eyes of your enemy? If you can, you have crossed the threshold from ordinary human to awakened being. This discipline reshapes you from a victim of circumstance circumstance into its architect. Your words gain weight. Your gaze carries an unfamiliar clarity. People feel an inexplicable calm simply by being near you. In an age where minds are numbed by chemicals and distractions, this forgotten art is nothing less than a miracle. It reconnects you to the cosmic order we have abandoned. So the question remains, will you let this mystery fade into another story, or will you weave it into your next breath? Remember, every breath you take is offering you another chance to remember who you truly are. Don't waste it. Listen closely to the divine rhythm within you and whisper the only truth that has ever existed.